Brought to you by WikiVidi.com. Hidden, 2015 film. Hidden is a 2015 American drama horror film directed and written by Matt and Ross Duffer. The film stars Alexander Skarsgård, Andrea Riseborough, and Emily Alyn Lind. Principal photography began on August 15, 2012 in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. This was producer Richard D. Zanuck's last film. He died before filming began. Plot: an unknown viral outbreak has devastated the world. A family of three, Ray, Claire, and their daughter Zoe, have taken refuge in an abandoned fallout shelter shortly after the catastrophe to hide from the monsters outside. Zoe wakes one night after having a nightmare of the supposed monsters she calls breathers, and believes the shelter is in danger. Ray and Claire convince Zoe that they are safe, and there is nothing to fear. Zoe also talks to her doll Olive for comfort and support, and sees Olive as a real person. The family has difficulty coping in their cramped environment, but manage by having a set of rules such as always keeping calm and never leaving the shelter. The three soon discover at dinner that their already dwindling rations are also being consumed by a rat and try to find and kill it. The family also discovers that the rat managed to sneak into the shelter through another opening other than the main barricaded hatch. They find a small air duct, but Ray reassures Zoe that the breathers wouldn't be able to fit through the duct. It is revealed that they have taken shelter for 301 days, and that Ray believes they're most likely the only ones left alive. Claire talks to Ray about her concern over their food supplies, but Ray assures her everything will be fine, and that their main priority is to keep Zoe alive regardless of what happens to them. Ray and Claire then have sex and Ray falls asleep. Eventually Zoe spots the rat, wakes Ray, and they attempt to kill it. Claire kills the rat, but in the process Ray accidentally knocks over one of the lamps, burning the wooden table it was on. Having put out the fire, Claire and Ray talk to and comfort Zoe, who has hidden herself under her bed. She explains to Ray and Claire that nothing will be okay, and that the breathers will see. Ray and Claire quickly realize the smoke produced from the fire is drifting up the air duct. Initially, Claire and Ray believe they are safe, but discover that the smoke has left ash covered all above their shelter hatch, making their hiding place visible for the breathers. Claire and Ray go to the surface to cover and hide their shelter, but Zoe, using a homemade periscope, spots a humanoid figure in the distance. Disregarding her mother's rules, Zoe climbs through the barricade to the surface to warn her parents of the wandering breather. She manages to warn them, and they all go back into the shelter, but are followed by the breather. With the breather above them, Claire, Ray, and Zoe try to keep quiet, but Zoe's doll Olive gets caught on a nearby pipe screw and activates talking loudly. The breather soon determines the location beneath the hatch door and attempts to break in. The breather almost manages to break open the hatch, but Claire and Ray fend it off and reseal the hatch. The breather, however, is joined by others and they manage to break through the hatch and into the shelter. Claire and Zoe manage to escape through the air duct, but Ray is caught and appears to be killed by the breathers. Claire and Zoe run through the nearby forest to try to escape pursuing breathers, and end up on a highway only to be subdued by a net fired from a helicopter. As the breathers close in on the two, it is revealed that the breathers are actually United States soldiers wearing night vision goggles and rebreather packs. It is shown through subsequent flashbacks what happened at the beginning of the outbreak 301 days ago. When the outbreak initially occurred, Ray, Claire, and Zoe tried to flee their town Kingsville only to be stopped by the CDC, which stated that they were under quarantine. While preparing to return home, two F-15 fighter jets fly overhead and bomb their town in the distance. Panicked, they rush to a nearby abandoned shelter next to an old elementary school. Claire accidentally cuts herself on a rusty piece of iron as she descends into the shelter. She notices her flesh around the cut is discolored and her blood black. They deduce that the virus is airborne and they have already been infected. The family decides to hide in the shelter to avoid being killed by the soldiers outside. The scene implies that the infection is limited to their town and that the government has decided to kill the local populace in order to prevent further viral infection. Back in the present, the soldiers test Claire and Zoe's blood and interrogate them to find out if there are any others in the vicinity. After answering questions, the soldiers prepare to execute them. Ray suddenly appears and kills one of the soldiers. Ray's appearance has changed and he has black veins and bloodshot eyes. He incapacitates 3 more soldiers, demonstrating remarkable physical strength, but he is ultimately shot. Claire and Zoe manage to escape from their net, but an enraged Claire transforms like Ray and kills all but one soldier who injures her. Before he is able to kill Claire, a transformed Zoe appears and exposes the soldier to the air by removing his rebreather, infecting him. Zoe in her enraged state almost attacks and kills Claire, but Claire reminds her of their rule to always keep calm, implying that the virus is triggered by anger and makes the host violent and murderous, enhancing their strength and speed. Claire and Zoe sit with Ray during his final moments. Claire notices the helicopter coming back and the two flee, leaving Ray's body. The two find a sewer system nearby and hide there. They hear someone approaching who turns out to be Joe, friend of Zoe and next-door neighbor. He has survived and leads them to others just like them within the underground sewers. Before Zoe and Claire join the group of infected survivors, Zoe notes how they managed to survive to day 302 while looking at the sun rising through a nearby window. Claire informs her it was not days, implying they are miracles, something Ray called each day. At the beginning of the film, Claire looks up into the window before climbing through the sewer hole, revealing her bloodshot eyes. It is hinted that the sunlight may trigger the virus. Brought to you by WikiVidi.com. Would you like to know more?